I've got a great interview for you to watch if you're learning to code coming up right now. Hey, welcome to another video. My name's Peter, and if it's your first time here, you want to learn to code, you want to stay motivated to reach that goal and change your life, then start now by subscribing and click that little bell icon so you don't miss anything. Hey, this is part 3 of a 3-part interview that I had with Juan Fabrega, who I met at a coding meetup. He was doing a Vue.js presentation. Awesome guy. Wanted to share some of his thoughts with you about coding. If you missed part 1 and 2, those are going to be right here for you to go check out. And aside from that, let's just get right back into the awesome interview that I had with Juan Fabrega.
I mean, first of all, I've never applied for a programming job.
Right.
So.
Well, but you've been on the other side, especially if you've been in a lot of interviews and so forth, or at least been privy to them, whether you were actually, interacting or not a lot of time,
And I feel like I should kind of wrap up my programming story just to make that clear.
Yeah. Please do.
Where I work currently, I started as a product manager. This was about 9 months ago, I think, and I did a lot of prototyping as far as a product manager, building prototypes for things that I wanted our team to build, and basically showing them how I wanted it to look like and how I wanted them to work. And
so like non-functioning prototypes of apps.
Yes, and but there came a point where they started to function because I was starting to get better. And,
right, awesome, man.
And then I also did a lot of.
And you're like, hey, I'll make that.
It's kind of my answer to everything. For example, I had to do metrics reporting for our product, and so my solution was to build an app for it. And I integrated with our intercom platform to get all our user data and just put it in a dashboard. So I basically got to the point where I was doing more and more development as part of my job, and eventually I kind of took over. So like I said, I've never applied for a programming job, but it happened for me because I was continuously building things and getting better to the point where that skill set was valuable to my company. And they said, why don't you just do this? So
awesome.
But anyway, going back to the question, which is when should you apply for a job? I guess rule of thumb for me, when you can fill 60% of the requirements.
60%.
When you see a job description and you feel like you can do two out of three things that they've listed, just apply. Because job descriptions are notoriously all-inclusive.
Right.
They're like, we want a dev that knows Python and JavaScript and backend and front end and blah and this and that framework.
And Vue.js for like 20 years.
And it's we want somebody who's been doing React for 20 years because it came out 7 years ago, whatever years ago. So anyway, to me, if you got 2 out of 3, just do it. Even if you got 1 out of 2, just do it. Yeah. But just know the caveat, which is you're applying, without those requirements. Like I said, I don't think that in most cases those are necessary. I think job descriptions are just a little too overzealous in a lot of ways. But just know, hey, I'm applying, and I guess just go into it thinking
what's the worst?
Assuming the worst. So just go into it assuming the worst. I'm just gonna send my application and not expecting to hear back. And then if you do, it'll be a pleasant surprise. And if you don't, then just keep working on your skills, and maybe next time you'll have more of those skills that they've asked for, right? There's nothing more helpful, I think, than doing that, because maybe you won't get a response, but maybe you will, and they'll say, hey, you know what, we're really looking for somebody who has experience with XYZ technology, and they'd be like, okay, let me just put that on my list. And then if 10 people tell you that, they're like, okay, I guess that's the next thing I'm going to learn. Right? So I guess that would be my rule of thumb. Is just apply. As long as you feel relatively competent, apply and see what happens.
So what we've been so far is build some project, pour a few, have some type of actual portfolio that probably you built yourself, some type of web portfolio, right? That you probably
don't. I don't have a website. Just have a GitHub.
Okay.
Where you can host your stuff. Just try to simplify, I guess is what I would say.
And then just start trying to beat the door down, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, good. Here's the thing: is that that is a daunting thought. You've been just crazily running this marathon trying to get to a certain point, and then all of a sudden now you've got like this another marathon that's a completely different thing, and so forth. So, but it is, you just got to get on it, and you got to not be a crybaby. You cannot be a crybaby. This is this is grown up work around here. So, just kind of wrap up. Do you have anything that you would like to say to coders who are aspiring, who are trying to kind of get it together and take it on the road, and what are some of the things that just kind of words of encouragement as far as where you were in some places maybe you felt uncomfortable and like you wish you had somebody there to kind of kick your butt to move it on down the road a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, words of encouragement, I would say it's, if it feels hard, it means you're learning, right?
Mm-hmm. If it feels hard, it means you're learning. That's right. Yeah. If it doesn't feel hard, then you've gotten comfortable, right? Mm-hmm. If that's where you want to be, that's great. But just make sure that's where you want to be. Mm-hmm.
But again, if it feels hard, it means you're learning. So don't feel like that's because you're not good enough. Mm-hmm. It just means that you just need to get up to speed, right? You just need to get your brain on that level, right? Mm-hmm. Like anything else, it's like if you go to the gym, you don't expect to bench press 400 pounds the first day, right? So why would you get discouraged when you can't bench 400 pounds? Like logically speaking,
right?
I don't think anybody in the right mind would get discouraged if they go to the gym and they can't bench for 400.
I think a lot, and I think what you're also saying is it's like logically you can understand these things. But we're also human, and you have these emotions that are also involved, and so you're trying to constantly battle your emotions with logic.
Yeah.
And you're trying to beat those like inferiority emotions down with hard logic. But it's not always. It doesn't always work.
Yeah.
But
I feel like people don't necessarily want to. It's for some reason in programming, it's hard to understand that that's what it's like. It's hard to understand that you need to build up a lot of the mental muscle, so to speak, mm-hmm. to be able to do the heavy lifting. Mm-hmm. And people get discouraged very easily, right? Because they can't build the thing that's in their head, Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, the easiest, I think the most encouraging thing that I found is to always kind of keep the same idea in my head, which is a very big application, a very big program, a very big piece of software. It's just a bunch of tiny little ones put together. Uh-huh. And if you can solve, each one of these tiny little puzzle pieces, right? Yeah. And fit them all together, then you're good to go. Uh-huh. And that's where it starts. Keep building. That's important. One of the things that I always try to remember is that anything. If you're into coursework, if you're into online courses, mm-hmm. Or even if you're in school, it's very important to remember that every single thing you do as part of coursework is a contrived problem. That means if somebody created that problem for no reason other than to teach you, mm-hmm. it's not a real world problem. Right. You're not trying to actually solve for anything. It is a scenario that somebody contrived to help you learn something. Yeah. And because of that, it's really great, obviously, but it's also a very limited resource because you've solved that problem, but you don't know how to carry over that knowledge to a real world application. Right. You know how to do it in a vacuum. Right. So that's why I think building things is one of the most important things because, let's say that the course taught me how to solve these 3 problems, but at the end of the day, I need to put all those 3 together to build something that I want. Right. That's something that. Having that problem is
that's a big step. Yeah, that is a big step. Yeah, it's a big mental step. Yeah. You kind of get your you get a blank screen in front of you, and you're like.
We touched on this, I think, at the beginning of this interview, which is, you may know how to solve for XYZ algorithm because your coursework taught you, but you don't even know how to deploy a simple app. Right. That's right. Pretty much like I think that's actually a great example. Because you've never done it before, and nobody teaches that. They usually just want to teach the foundations of whatever.
Right, I like the cool stuff.
Yeah. And once you've had to deploy an app, then you learn how to deploy an app. Right. Once you've had to use routing or state management or
Right.
you know, any of number of these other things. Once you've had to use callbacks,
Right. Well, once you had to like actually hook the JavaScript file up to the HTML
Yeah.
file
Yeah.
within your text editor, you're like,
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, so once you've had to figure that out, and you've gone through the steps of like, you know, first, I guess, Googling, then going to Stack Overflow, then figuring out your options, then trying to pick the best one. Once you've done all that, then you solve the problem that nobody in a course really was,
Right.
you know, ever thought to teach you. And you know, at the end of the day, that's really what's going to take you from somebody who knows how to work in a cloud-based environment, solving a simple, one block of code
Right.
algorithm, to somebody who can build something for real, right? Because those are all the problems that you need to solve when you're building something for real. It's things that you would never have thought about when somebody just contrived a situation for you to just get one answer, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
I want to thank Juan for just sitting down with us and sharing his experiences and his thoughts on coding. And I want to hear from you. What do you want me to ask in future interviews with coders, man? Please leave those questions in the comments. And like always, keep rocking, keep coding, do not give up. God bless, and we will see you in the next video.